In truth, there are no versions of either Christianity or Judaism that correspond point for point to the contents of the Bible, which is often not what it has been made into and read as. In Christianity, for example, there are absolutely central doctrines such as that of the Trinity that are almost entirely absent from the New Testament. Conversely, there are central ideas in the New Testament, such as St. Paul's theory of salvation by grace through faith, that at least until the Reformation were never part of official orthodoxy at all, and even now are not in the creeds. Similarly, the elaboration of religious custom and tradition in Orthodox Judaism goes far beyond anything the Hebrew Bible itself implies. For example, the prohibition of eating meat and dairy at the same meal, with all its implication for the design of kitchen to avoid the two ever coming into accidental contact, is linked to Exodus. You shall not boil a kid in its mother's milk, but exceed anything that text in itself requires, as is generally acknowledged in Judaism. The Bible is centrally important to both Judaism and Christianity, but not as a holy text out of which entire religious system can somehow be read. Its content illuminates the origins of Christianity and Judaism and provides spiritual classics on which both faiths can draw, but they do not constrain subsequent generations in the way that a written constitution will. In other words, the author here, John Barton, Professor John Barton, from the University of Oxford, up until 2014, he authored this book, A History of the Bible, the book and its faith. And I've just read you an excerpt. From the intro. And what Dr. John Barton says is that the Christianity that we have today is the Christianity that is different from what the Bible actually taught. And the Christianity of the ancient world during the time of Jesus, if we can call it a Christianity, or even during the time of the earlier disciples of Jesus and the companions of the disciples, their form of quote-unquote Christianity is actually different from the Christianity that we have today. As you can see here, I've read this book cover to cover, and I've taken a lot of notation, and these are all important points that I would want to go through in this video, but it is just too much, too elaborate, and so I will leave this for another day. I'll probably go through a little bit of them, so please stay tuned for my next video. But nevertheless, I will recommend you this book. This book has been recommended by a lot of people out there. A History of the Bible, the book and its faith, by Professor John Barton. Just to read you a little bit about who he is, John Barton was the Oriel Lane Professor of Interpretation of Holy Scripture at the University of Oxford from 1991 to 2014, and since 1973 has been a priest in the Church of England. Okay, so he is not just any layman, he is a Christian scholar. Okay, he is a scholar of Christianity, I must say. So I would recommend you this book. Again, the Christianity that we have today is a Christianity that have been developed for many centuries. And if you look at the history of Christianity, the early history of Christianity, and the Christianity of today, it is two completely different forms of Christianity. Which Christianity is the more correct Christianity? I will leave you to answer that question yourself. So anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on my next one.